The purpose of this video is to discuss plan review file requirements in order for the City of Kalispell to complete electronic plan reviews. We have this information available to you on our website. If you go to kalispell.com, on the left side of our homepage, there's an icon that says Permits. If you click the link on that icon, and then in this menu here on the left, you'll see Electronic Plan Review. Click that link in order to open our electronic plan review page, and that provides you some information on our review process and a link to the public portal where you can make your upload. And at the bottom of that is a link to our submission file format requirements. So click that link. That'll open up a PDF and provide you information on what we need in order to complete electronic plan reviews. So a couple of highlights. We only take PDF file formats. We cannot accept Word format, Excel format, because our plan review software only works with PDFs. PDFs cannot be scanned images. They should be vector file format. And that means that the drawings, the PDF drawings, are created from your design software. So if you're using AutoCAD to create your design plans, you need to export directly from AutoCAD in order to get a PDF that has the images in vector format. All text within the submitted PDF should be searchable, so that if we're looking for specific keywords, we can utilize the tools within our review software. They should not require a password to open. If you create a PDF file and you have password protection, that will not work within our review software. We do have a limitation on the file size of 250 megabytes. If you have a file that's larger than that, please let us know. We'll try to figure something out with you, but likely you'll just need to reduce the resolution of images within your design files in order to meet that 250 megabyte limit. PDF packages and portfolios are not accepted. And your single plan set should include all of your applicable disciplines within your development. So if you have a plan set that includes architectural, civil, mechanical, electrical, fire, plumbing, structural, landscaping, zoning, etc., all those should be included in that single plan set that's uploaded. Your file name for your PDF, your design file PDF, should have the development name followed by a revision number. So if this is your first submittal, you should have your file name should be your development name, ABC Development, for example, dash Rev 001, and that would be your first submittal. And then that same format should be used for any resubmittals. So if we provide you comments and you're resubmitting, then your development name should remain the same, and then Rev 002, and our software will then be able to tell, okay, this is the second revision, and I'm going to start looking for the named plan sheets inside of this drawing as part of our tools that we use. Supporting documents, so if you have geotechnical documents, design reports, structural calculations, those should be separate file reports that are uploaded separately. Each report would be separate. And again, make sure that the text within those reports are exported from the software used to make those reports, and that the text is searchable. They should also be oriented in portrait for reports. For the most part, there may be some exceptions to that if you have some exhibits within your report. The sheet should be named within your plan set. So back to the plan set, your design file should have each sheet named and hyperlinked. That hyperlink part is very important because our software will use those names of the hyperlinks that each sheet is named from to do plan overlays and utilize some of our tools to see what changes have been made from one revision to the next. Your naming convention should follow the US National CAD standard. Even though this says American CAD standard here, we'll be issuing a revision. and when you see this, it should say United States National CAD Standard, and there'll be a link there to provide you some additional information on how that works. But for the most part, a lot of our submitters are already using that standard for their naming convention of their sheets. And so, for example, architectural sheets start with an A, civil sheets with a C, landscaping with an L, and then you follow that with a number. There's conventions for those numbers. The main thing for us is to make sure that your sheet titles for individual sheets stay the same from one plan revision to the next, and that your numbering stays the same, so that if you add a new sheet, you're adding a new number, and we can do those comparisons between one revision to the next. Each sheet should have a scale, and typical engineering scales would be like 1 inch to 20 feet. Architectural scales could be 1/4 inch to 1 foot or 1/8 inch to 1 foot, but follow standard architectural or engineering scales. Here is a reference of prefixes that can be used for your naming conventions. Again, the main thing to remember is this needs to be the same from one plan submittal to the next. So if you're doing a revision, make sure your general sheets are still starting with a G and your architectural sheets are still starting with an A, and that your numbers on those sheets have not changed. And again, back to the resubmittals, for your next plan submittal, make sure you're using that Rev 002. And that's pretty much it. We need the individual sheets within the design plans to be named. We need to follow the naming convention for the file names. We need to make sure that you're meeting the limits on the file size, that you're not doing password protection of your PDF, and that you're creating these PDF files from the software that was used to create them. So export your PDFs from AutoCAD or Word or Excel, whatever's being used to create those, so that we're sure the images are in vector format and that the text is searchable.